Well, I guess I should welcome you back to another video. It's great to be back out. Now, I am back over on Vancouver Island. I've come to spend some time with Adam Gibbs, but I'm also meeting up with Gavin Hardcastle, Amanda and Colin. I've come over for a couple of days. Now, I did come over yesterday. I got the ferry early morning. There was a ton of fog. You could hardly see the mountains and the trees in the background. But we did have mechanical issues on the ferry as well, so I was late on getting over to the island. Now, I was hoping to get here a bit sooner, but we got here late on. Right. Mr. Hardcastle's just behind us here, so we're going to see what we'll get up to over the next couple of days. Now, I went to Botanical Beach last night. Got there pretty late. Gavin was already down there, but got the camera out the bag and took some shots. So if I've got any shots from Botanical Beach, I'll try them out and see what they look like, and I'll put them on the screen above. Gavin's here, Amanda's further down by the lakeside. I am at a lake called Ferry Lake, and we're going to photograph this tree that's sitting on top of this rock. It's been photographed quite a bit, but I've never been here before, so I'm going to photograph it. And also Colin's down there as well, and we'll see what we'll get up to. You having any luck?
Yeah, I got a fantastic shot. Absolutely. It's absolutely brilliant. Is this for your vlog?
This is for my vlog, mate.
Yeah, so you've got a YouTube channel, and it's watched by landscape photographers.
It is, yes.
Do you know what your audience might find interesting is, and I'm giving you this as a gift, for, you know, like those moments when you're waiting for the light or the fog or whatever, you know, and you've got a bit of time to kill. It's my book. It's Chasing Awe with Gavin Hardcastle. There's a link. Is there a link in the description?
In the description below.
There could be. That's for you, that, mate. Yeah. There might be a few pages missing because Uncle Grumpy needed some shit tickets. So, it's actually a really good view from here.
So I've got set up. Gavin's made his way back down by the roadside to get a different perspective on the image, but I wanted to come high up so I could really isolate the tree and make sure that we don't have any background. Now at the moment there's a lot of fog. It really is thick, so it'd be nice if it just cleared a little bit. And there's a lot of movement on the water, so we're getting quite a few ripples there. It'd be nice to get a nice reflection. So we're just going to have to sit it out and see how this fog plays out, and I might go further down, see if I can see another image further down, but this is the shot I'm going to go for now. It's probably going to be a square or a 4x5 with this log and the lovely tree coming out the top. I'm going in at 280mm with the 100 to 400, focusing directly on the tree and just taking a shot. So it's a simple image, simple composition, but it looks really nice.
Hark! Do I hear a raven? Or is that a crow?
It was a raven.
Ah.
So I've came back down down towards the road here where Adam is to get a different look at this tree. It is quite a hard tree to photograph because it is just a stump coming out the water with a tree on top, so it's hard to put a different type of a different stamp on it, so to speak. Adam had gone back to the van and he'd packed up, and I was waving at him frantically. The conditions changed. The lake went nice and still. We were still getting that fog, that atmosphere coming in, and it looked a lot better than it looked this morning. So I wanted to take another shot of it. Not only that, at the same time we were getting, what was it, a martin?
I think it was a martin, yeah.
You think there was a martin that actually climbed onto the stump itself, so I quickly grabbed an image. If that's turned out, I'll show you it. But not long after the martin left, because we were waiting for it to go, so we had no ripples on the water. We got this lovely fog and the conditions just changed so quick, so I was really pleased. So rushed over there to set up a composition. Now the shot that I've went for, I've already took the shot obviously because we had to react quick. We have lost that fog now, but it's still coming in. So what I wanted to do is take a shot of the stump with the tree, but rather than having the reflection of the tree, I just wanted the stump, something a bit different rather than having the reflection of the tree itself in the water. So hopefully it's turned out and I'll put it on the screen above. How are you getting on, Adam?
All right. Well, the look at the fog down at the bottom there.
Yeah.
With the trees, beautiful. Just zoom in on that.
I'll get
Beautiful.
some video, but I'll show you the fog at the far end of the lake here. We're getting superb conditions this morning. Just wasn't feeling it with the tree first thing, but I much prefer this shot that I've just took now.
Look at the tree with the moss on it. It's just
wow.
standing out beautiful.
We're going to head back towards the van. Gavin's headed off to the beach now with Amanda and Colin, and me and Adam's going to meet up with them there and see what we can capture up at the beach. I think it's called Sombrino Beach. Been a great start to the day, lovely morning, some nice atmosphere, and it's just nice to be back out. So let's see what we'll get up to over the next couple of days. So you'll be able to see behind us a totally different location, totally different landscape. It's brilliant, it really is. We've made our way to a place called Sombrino Beach, I believe it's called. I'll put it above. We've got some beautiful sea stacks here, and the wave formations coming in, some of them are huge, they really are. So it's just nice to see, because I don't get to see this on the mainland. We don't get choppy seas like this. There was surfers further up. A lot of surfers down here, there's people camping. We made our way from Ferry Lake, got those conditions at the end there. I was so pleased that me and Adam just stuck it out that little bit longer, because in the morning the fog was just too thick, but when we got that light and some of the fog started to lift, that's when compositions began to reveal themselves. So I'm really pleased that we hung on. So we're all down at Sombrino Beach, we're just sitting about having a crack. We've had something to eat. We're going to see what happens with the light, so we'll probably stay for the rest of the day, until sunset at least, I would have thought, and see if we can come across any images. But having a brilliant day, so I'm going to get back to my bag, meet up with the guys, and just sit it out and see how these formations change as the sea comes in, because it really is great to see. So we've actually made our way a bit further down the beach. We weren't coming across anything at the top. Now the wave formations, and it was rough and it was crashing up against the rocks where we were at before, but the unfortunate thing was the sea stacks that are up there, they're all combined, so you couldn't really gain any separation and get a sea stack that really stands out by itself. So we've came back down the beach. We're still waiting on the light to see if we get a sunset later on, you never know. But I've came across this old tree stump on the beach here, and it's been weathered and battered by the storms and the stones hitting it and the waves hitting it, and it's created these patterns on the side, and I really like it. It's going to make a nice abstract shot. So I put the 1:400 on. I'm in at around about 135 mil. I've got as close as I can to the subject that I want to photograph, so it's going to be a nice abstract shot. And the thing I like about it, in the center of the image, it's a dominating shape in the center, and then you've got these patterns all around the edges, so it really stands out. It isn't perfectly flat, there's indentation, so I just want to make sure when I come to stack it in post, I've got all the detail, I've captured all that detail. I'm getting 1/15 of a second. I'm using a remote shutter, making sure not to touch the tripod because we are on sand. I bedded it down as hard as I could, but there is still a chance that you can knock it and get movement, so always be aware of that. So that's why I use a remote shutter. I'm not using a polarizer or anything, even though the sun's shining on me. The subject that I'm photographing is still in the shade, so it's not causing any issues. And I really like the way it looks on camera, so I'm looking forward to seeing what it looks like, and I'll put it on the screen above now. It's a bit later in the day now. Like I said before, I wanted to hang out here and wait to see if we've got any more colour in the sky. Now we have got a nice sunset, you know, the clouds aren't on fire, but we've still got some lovely colour in the background there. Now, because we haven't got a lot of separation with the sea stacks themselves, they all kind of merge together, so it's hard to single sea stacks out. I've actually came across these two big stacks, so they really stand out. I've created some foreground interest with the rocks, but we've got these cormorants sitting on the rock itself, and then you've got the sunset behind, so I think it makes for a really nice picture, so that's what I'm going to take. Now I'm going for quite a quick shutter speed because I want to catch all that drama in the water and you know, catch the colour and make sure the cormorants that are sitting on the rock, make sure that they're nice and sharp. It's just going to be a wide shot, so I think it's a nice image for the last image of today. Now it will be the last image, so what I'm taking this at, I'm round at about 150 mil. I'm using the remote shutter so I can time it when the waves crash against the rocks. I'm not sure we're going to get any more shots tonight. It's pretty much getting dark within the next 20 minutes or so, so that's going to be it. But if you've enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, it's much appreciated. I've had a great time out with Gavin, Amanda, Colin and Adam, so we're going to head back now. Now we don't know where we're going tomorrow. If we are going anywhere, we're just going to have to wait and see. Amanda and Gavin are trying to decide where they want to go tomorrow, so it's been a great day. If you haven't seen the channel before, hit the subscribe button. But from me and the rest of the guys, thanks for watching. Bye bye.